Some call him Israel's first black entertainer. When Tony Ray moved to Israel in 1970, it was quite rare to find musicians from Afro-Caribbean descent living in Israel.
It was a mistake. I didn't know I was coming to Israel. I knew it was Tel Aviv. I didn't know Tel Aviv was Israel. And I didn't like it at first, but slowly it grew, and we started eating hummus and china.
Ray would first start out as a soul singer.
I started playing reggae music in the Dan Hotel the first 45 minutes, and people, they hated it, you understand, because they weren't used to it. They were used to something in the way she moves and all this, right, you know?
Ray would stir excitement among reggae fans and musicians. Israel finally had an authentic Jamaican. He would soon become a local celebrity and a frequent guest on Israeli TV shows. And even singing in commercials, educating Israelis on the importance of eating fresh fruits. In the early 90s, he opened one of the first reggae clubs in Israel. Today, he owns the Rasta Club venue in South Tel Aviv. Throughout the decades, Tony Ray has played with hundreds of musicians and bands. He recently took his band of Israeli musicians, Amja, to Jamaica.
I think now you should speak to those guys because they were there, they experienced a lot of good things in Jamaica, not negative things.
We went to Tough Gong Studios to just a regular tour. And then we came across Earl Chino Smith, which was one of Bob Marley and the Wailers guitar player. And we spoke with him, and he really loves Israel, so he invited us to his home to record a song.
Tony Ray's legacy and contribution to the local reggae scene can only be measured by his impact on local musicians throughout the decades.
I remember Tony since I was 10 years old. I saw him in a few events. He was the heat in the country those times.
At the end of May, Tony Ray will release his 9th album, titled Shahor, or Black in Hebrew.
I love Jamaica. I have my family there. I have family in England. I have family in Canada, in America. But I could never leave Israel. Tel Aviv.
In his adopted home of Israel, Tony can proudly carry his identity and culture and use it to positively influence generations of reggae lovers. Daniel Campos, I-24 News.